So it looks like we got our official title for the next Spider-Man movie. And what do I think of this? Well, interesting title, and it leaves much to the imagination. Now, the title of the film will be called Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, not Spectacular Spider-Man, not Astonishing Spider-Man, or anything of that nature. Which I'm like, wow, that's actually an interesting way to go. Um, it sounds more like a title to a Spider-Man miniseries or a story arc, or something else. I was like, at first I was kind of like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm feeling the whole Spider-Man Homecoming title. But then I kind of thought about it. I was like, yeah, maybe this could go in different ways, because it is basically Spider-Man coming home to the Marvel Universe, because we do know that yes, there will be Marvel characters in there. We don't know which. I'm kind of hoping for Daredevil, but I'm probably sure it's going to be either Iron Man or Captain America. It's either going to be either or for them. But I'm kind of hoping for more like street-level characters, because that's where Spider-Man, we all know Spider-Man best. Yes, he's an Avenger, but we know him best as that, that lovable street-level guy. So, yeah. Anyway, so Spider-Man Homecoming, again, it could be, Spider-Man is now back in the Marvel Universe, and, fun times, but other people have kind of surmised, and this is another working theory, is that Spider-Man, the whole thing is that Spider-Man is, the whole story is centered around Peter Parker trying to go to a homecoming dance while dealing with, being Spider-Man. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that'll never work. No, that's kind of, if that's the case, if it's Spider-Man trying to, be Spider-Man around the time of Homecoming, then I'm totally fine with this, because here's the core thing about Spider-Man that a lot of people seem to forget about that character, is that it's usually not, oh my god, how do I stop the Secret Six? It's more along the lines of, oh my god, how do I stop the Secret Six and then be in time, for my date with MJ? Or, how do I get back in time to see Aunt May in the hospital? That's kind of how it is. The villains, while they are terrifying, and they do have, and some of them are a major threat to him, they're more like an inconvenience. Spider-Man, Peter Parker is early Peter Parker, and to a degree, a lot of the comics these days these days, he's now a billionaire, so fuck whatever, fuck that logic. But in his early days, Spider-Man was all about, he was a normal kid he was a normal kid who was given all these great powers, but he still had to juggle the life of being Spider-Man and being Peter Parker. And sometimes his life as Spider-Man really conflicted with his days as Peter Parker. So if they go down the route of something like, a villain is inconveniencing him in his regular normal day life, that's totally fine. I would actually accept that, because when you think about it, we haven't really got that in any of the Spider-Man films. You could argue Green Goblin, but that's pretty much it, because then it got more personal as it went on. Because the rest of the Spider-Man films, even Raimi's Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, even though again that was more Sony putting their hands in the cookie jar, and then both Amazing Spider-Man films are more like, oh, who's going to save New York? It has to be Spider-Man. Can he? It's this whole world, whole crisis level thing. Something the Avengers should deal with, not just Spider-Man. So that's kind of the thing, is that I would be okay if it did something a little more smaller scale, because we are getting a lot of other larger scale stuff this season. And my good friend Jason Voorhees talking about this earlier in the night of this recording, and he kind of mentioned, I would be okay with something a little more on the smaller scale if it's because we've got Thor, we've got Civil War, we've got Doctor Strange doing all this large-scale stuff. Let's have a little breather and have Spider-Man just be Spider-Man trying to live his life. Again, that's the working theory. That's kind of the theory people are saying, is that it's a homecoming thing, like the legit school homecoming, and other people are kind of surmising, oh, it's Spider-Man back in the Marvel Universe. Now, in terms of villains, there's been a rumor going around that it may be the Vulture for the first movie villain. I'd be okay with that. I've always been a fan of the Vulture. I really dig Adrian Toomes. Again, it's just a rumor, but I would be okay with the Vulture. Just don't kill him. Please don't kill the Vulture. Save him for, I don't know, something later. You save him for that, Sinister Six movie you keep trying to do. Just saying, Sony. But yeah, I think this is a really cool idea. I'm interested in it. I'm still kind of worried about it because even though Kevin Feige said, "Oh yeah, Marvel's helping to make this Spider-Man film," Sony is still Marvel's the backseat driver. They are the backseat driver to this whole thing. Sony is the arrogant, pompous asshole driver in front of this car. They've already wrecked it twice. They've already wrecked this car twice, but they still want to keep it going. So I'm still a little worried about it. I haven't seen anything with Tom Holland in it film-wise. I haven't seen anything with him, but I do have some faith in him. Hopefully, fresh, new blood equals, really cool Spider-Man. But anyway, so you guys tell me, what do you guys think of the title of the title of this new Spider-Man film, and what do you think it means? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.